Woke me up again today, gorgeous. Let's go.
Question, but then no get the answer. Question, but then no get the answer. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
I woke up like this. Good morning, beautiful people. How you all doing? Welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. Today is Saturday and I'm filming Day 8. I'm about to go and film Day 8. So exams is over and all that good stuff. If you're new on my channel, my name is Ayoola. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Dallas and I'm an international student. You should check out the rest of my videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, you already know. You're an answer to prayers. Thank you for always coming back. God bless you. God bless you too if you're a new subscriber. Anyways, today we are making Greek yogurt. I said Greek yogurt specifically with our own starter. I'm making the starter myself and I'm making Greek yogurt today. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. I told you guys I have a lot of Christmas recipe for you in case you want to do things yourself this Christmas. I just have the fulfillment of I did it myself. Okay, so yes, we learn on this channel. So I'm just going to go now and start with the Zobo is in my head, yogurt starter. And yeah, from there the starter needs to stay for about 12 hours, so I might not be able to finish it until I come back home today. I'm heading out now and yeah, that's it. I just start to check in, mark attendance, and let you guys know that God woke me up again today, gorgeous. Let's go. So from my sister's collection, I'll be using these fine stainless plates. They have like very good covers, and if you're trying to make yogurt, you need something that can cover properly. That's like the trick, because you don't want hair to get in. Next thing, we are going to bring out our milk. We're going to be using a whole milk. Please, you can also use powdered milk. I'm not sure about evaporated milk, but you can use powdered milk and just make it liquid basically. But I already have liquid and I have my lemon. I'm going to be making yogurt culture myself because I'm making this yogurt from scratch. And I have my measuring cup that is half cup of milk, so I'm going to be measuring as much as I need. I'm only going to make a small quantity of yogurt, so this is half cup. The next thing I'm going to do again is add another half cup, which makes it 1 full cup in total. And now this is 1.5 cup of milk, and another one makes it 2 cup of milk. I'm going to put all the measurements I use in the description box, so you could look out for that in case you're trying to do this yourself. So I know it's easy to just go on the shelf and get a yogurt, right? But if you want to have that smooth fulfillment of I did this myself, or just challenge yourself and do something you've never done before this festive period, well, you can try out yogurt. It did show me shaggy at some point, but yeah, it was all good in the end. It was worth it. So yes, I'm using about 2.5 cup of milk according to this measurement, and I'm just going to let it get to a boil. So not necessarily boil, you can just let it get like very hot and you turn it off. Don't leave your milk unattended to, because you don't want a spillage that will cost you to clean up and clean up and clean up. So please keep stirring it, and once it is very hot or it has gotten to a boil, you can turn it off and just leave it to cool down for a bit. So right now it is already at a boiling point, not too much. It's not like it's boiling so much, so I'm just going to turn it off and let it cool down for a bit. So we don't want our milk to be very cold, so we will do the famous heat test. I don't know if you know it, but it's famous. Check YouTube. The heat test is just for you to check if the temperature, I'm going to take away all these things on the surface of the milk. Then the heat test is basically for you to check if your milk is cold enough for what you want it to do. So you put your milk at the back of your palm, and if it does not burn you, then it is just at the right temperature for your use. But if it burns you, you need to wait a bit for it to cool down a little more. You can also use a thermometer for this process if you do not want it to burn your skin or anything like that. We are making two type of culture today. We are making one with lemons and the other one with alpino pepper. A lot of people online use chili pepper, so if you have chili pepper or alpino pepper, anyone can work. In fact, I tried it for the first time and alpino pepper did a good job. So make a small cut on your lemon. Well, my cut was a little bit large, but yeah, we get the points now. Drop it facing down into your bowl of milk, then cover it tightly with a proper cover. You can also use a clean foil paper or nylon film, the one they use to cover food, to cover your plate in case it doesn't have its own cover. I'm just going to wash my alpino pepper and drop it into the second bowl. Please make sure that the stem is there because alpino pepper has some level of bacteria at the stem that it needs to ferment. Moving on, we're going to also cover this plate and keep it in a warm place. I'm going to wrap it up with some clothes and I'm going to keep it in the oven and turn on the light of the oven, just the light of the oven, nothing more. So guys, I also wanted to mention that you can also do your yogurt in another way by just buying an already made yogurt that is not sweetened from the counter, and you're just going to use it to make as your culture, as your starter, instead of making a starter yourself. If making a starter is too much for you, that's a very simple way. In fact, I wish I did that because I've never made a starter myself before, but yes, like I said, it's a challenge. Anyway, 24 hours later and our culture is ready. I checked up on this culture when it was 12 hours and trust me, it was not ready yet. So don't be scared. And because it wasn't ready yet, I made a new culture thinking maybe I spoilt it. So that's why we have 3 plates here. But fortunately, they all turned out great. Like they all fermented. In case you don't know, yogurt is the fermentation of milk, and what helps it to ferment is a certain level of bacteria that makes the milk ferment. So that's what yogurt is, honestly. It's just milk that is fermented. That is it. That's the simplest way to describe what yogurt is. So that yogurt you like so much is just the fermentation of milk. Moving on, I'm going to remove the lemons and the pepper from my bowl, and I think they all turned out well. Although the one with the lemons seemed to not come together as much as the one with the pepper. The one with the pepper looks like it was thicker for the culture, but any of these would work. Next thing is I'm just going to sieve this, and once I sieve them out, what the solid I'm going to get from it is our yogurt starter. That's it, guys. That's how to make a yogurt starter. Easy breezy. It is not as difficult as you might have imagined, right? So you see, you can try this Christmas. And have you guys been enjoying Vlogmas so far? If you have, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. This is what my culture or starter looks like. Next thing, we're going to be taking the half gallon of milk that I have left, just because this yogurt is not like for public consumption or commercial use. I'm just going to be making a little. I'm going to let this milk come to a boil. Okay, so this time around I actually boiled it, and I did not leave it unattended to. If not, spillage straight. Anyways, I will turn off the heat now that it has come to a boil, and I'm just going to leave it for it to cool down. Up next, I'm going to remove any residue that is on top of this yogurt. See, just this milk that has clogged on top of it. We don't want that. We don't want that in our yogurt. So just take your time and remove that out. You can see my starter by this side, and just like we did for the culture, we are going to do a heat test. If it's too hot for my skin, then it is not ready yet. But if it is just enough, then trust me, your milk is ready. So for this starter that I already have, I'm going to be putting, after mixing it and mixing it and mixing it, I don't know why I was doing it anyways, but I think I was trying to make sure that all the lumps broke down. That's it. I'm just going to be putting like a spoon of milk into the starter, and I'm just going to stir it and make sure that it is properly mixed. And when that is done, I'm going to turn my milk away from this pot into a bowl, and this bowl is where I'm actually making the yogurt. I didn't want to use the pot. Of course you could use the pot, but for me it was not going to be easy to put the pot in the whole oven, so I just went for something easier. So after mixing, English is not allowed. After mixing this starter properly, what I will do next is turn my milk into a bowl. It is not as hot as this steam is coming out. Honestly, I think it's just because it's a stainless plate I'm using. Then I'm going to pour the starter into the main yogurt, into the main boiled milk that we already have. I don't want anything to be left to chance, so I pack everything out of this bowl, and you're just going to stir it and make sure that the culture or starter is properly mixed properly mixed with the milk that I have on ground. Afterwards, I'm just going to be covering this with its own cover, and I'm going to leave it to sit for about 8 hours. Yes guys, about 8 hours. This is not going to be 24 hours like the other one. Now this was done in the midnight. You all know that it's Vlogmas season, so a lot is going on. So I did this like late at night, so I'm just going to leave it overnight, which is preferable because nobody will open the oven. Everything will just be where you left it. So I advise you do your yogurt in the night, maybe not dead in the night. This is like 11:17 p.m. and I'm just going to let this sit. And yes, the next day, let's check up on our yogurt. I'm so excited, guys. I'm just opening this up. Let's see. I was as curious as you all might be too, and voila, we have like healthy looking yummy yogurt. And because I want to make Greek yogurt, normally if I was not making Greek yogurt, this is automatically our yogurt and it's ready. All you need to do is add your sweetener. But for me, I wanted to make Greek yogurt. That means I have to drain this. And if you have a cheesecloth there, that's all you need to do. Just drain the water from the fermented milk called yogurt. I'm going to use my step block. I'm just going to keep this separated from the milk so the water will be able to drain properly. And this is later that day. I didn't have the time. I kept it in the fridge and allowed every single thing drain. So this water that you've gotten from the yogurt, please don't throw it away. In case your Greek yogurt is too thick for you, it's this water that you will use to mix it up. Well, look what we have here. Very thick Greek yogurt, and I remembered that I might do another yogurt soon. So instead of going through the hassle of making another starter, I took out a little bit from this one, and I'm just going to be keeping it for next time that I want to use yogurt, that I want to make another yogurt. I won't be making culture myself. I'm just going to be using already made yogurts that I have to make a new batch of yogurt. Next thing is I'm going to add my sweetener, and I'm using sugar. You can use sugar, honey, whatever sweetener appeals to you. And people used to say don't put your culture directly into your yogurt in case you use chili pepper or lemons. I decided I was going to use it directly. Then and it felt a little bit tangy, but nothing ridiculous. It was really nice. So if you want to try it, I suggest you can. So I'm just going to put the water like you already saw because it was too thick for me. I want it thick, but that one was too much. Another thing is you can still see a little bit of lumps here. So if you have a whisk, you can use your egg whisk to make this smoother, or pour it back into your blender and blend it up properly. And up next is we are serving our yogurt. I did not blend it because first it was late, my nephews were asleep, so I didn't want to disturb them. But secondly, I honestly don't mind this these tiny lumps. I don't mind. I do not mind at all. Next thing is I'm just going to serve this. You can serve it with anything, grapes, whatever it is you want to serve it with. Honestly, it's just yummy. Just look at that goodness. Look at it. You can also have the experience of saying I did that. Let me know in the comment section if you are going to try to make yogurt this Christmas for yourself and your family members. Considering the way yogurt is expensive these days, this is a cheaper and healthier option for you. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Drop a comment. Let me know if this is something you are going to do this Christmas. And yes, just drop anything, word of encouragement, anything at all. Prayers, I am okay with anything, but make sure you drop a comment, okay? I love you guys, and yes, I guess I'll see you in my next video. Have a good day. See you tomorrow, and yeah, see our yummy cup of goodness. It was worth every single stress. I love you all, and yeah, Merry Christmas in advance. Let me know if you learned anything from this, and I will also be putting my recipes in the description box. Do check it out. Have a wonderful day. Bye.